I do have something big to tell you, and I haven't organised what I will say. I just thought I would open my mouth and see what fell out. I mean, I'm a broadcaster after all. But when you talk about really personal things, it can be really hard, really hard. So anyway, some people will be shocked by this and others will be probably happy. But the news is that I'm going to be leaving More FM, and actually I'm going to be leaving radio. So it's big news for me because I started on the radio when I was 17 years old in New Plymouth on Energy FM doing the night show there, and all I ever wanted to do was entertain people and make people laugh. And that started as a young age, like when Mum would have her friends around, I'd come out and pester them. You know, who wants the pesty kid there? But I'd make jokes and things like that and get a kick out of making people laugh. So I thought being on the radio would be a really cool thing to do. And this was way back before the internet, way back before your picture was online or on the back of buses and things like that. So it was an anonymous job. And
was that the gramophone you were on back then? Or?
It just came out the gramophone era. So I was on the radio from there. I moved to Hamilton and went on a station called The Edge for many, many years to the breakfast show. And then I was here 6 years ago to work with you, Feeney, on More FM. And I have absolutely loved working on the radio. I've loved it. It has been the funnest job. And I'm so lucky because I think about the grind that a lot of people do and the monotony of some jobs, and there's just no way I could do it. So, you know, I've really, really enjoyed this, but it's come at a price because after 33 years of every day, you know, you've got to come up with more things to talk about, and you end up sharing a lot of your life on the radio, so anything personal that happens pretty much ends up getting broadcast. I just feel really tired, and I feel like I don't have many creative ideas left. And when I'm not feeling like I'm working at my best, I'm hard on myself. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be the best at everything I do. So after like quite a lot of thought, I've been thinking about this for a little while because it's actually a terrifying idea to give up something the only thing I've known my whole life.
Yeah.
But I've looked inside myself and I have to really listen to what I've been saying to myself, which is you're tired and you need a break and you need to, you know, regroup and find yourself again. And so that's why I've decided to take a break from radio.
Yeah. And we're so close, and we'll talk more about that soon. But when you first mentioned this to me a while back, that you're feeling really burnt out and tired, and we spoke about it, and I selfishly was like, no way, you can't go, JJ. But then I had to say, and I'm sure our More FM family will feel the same, that we can't beg you to stay because you need this break, and you need to, you know, you're burnt out and you need it, and we all love you so much, and that's the real story. I mean,
the hardest thing about all of this, the hardest thing, and I said this in our staff meeting just before the show, is that I've had to. Dave's lost it. The hardest thing is leaving you guys because I love being with you guys every day. I love you, Feeney. I love Dave. I love Pledge. Oh my God, the office is full of people. I love the listeners. Like, if you ask anyone in the building, especially the people that work in promotions, who's the most important person to me on this job, and that's the listeners. Like, I'm fighting for them. They have to have the best experience. I want them to enjoy this radio show more than anything. So I've done everything for them, and leaving you guys is the most heartbreaking part. So I'm sorry to do that to you and break up the show, but I know you'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, no, I also want to say thank you on behalf of everybody in all those 30-something years who's listened to you, because I know how much of yourself you give to people. I know when you're in public, you're so generous with your time. I know that you genuinely care about our More FM family.
Yeah, I do.
And personally from me, and I'll talk about this lots more, before next Friday, but I absolutely adore you. I couldn't be more devastated that you're going, but I know that you have to. And I love you so much.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about the tears. And I'm sorry to break your heart. But I love you too, Flinny. And the good news is, for those of you who are sad, I'm still here for another week. I'm leaving next Friday. So after this, feel free to take the mickey out of me all week, to say all those things you've always wanted to say. But I do want you to know that I'm happy to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to do this and find myself. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I have no idea. And I'm actually terrified about not earning any money at this point.
Oh, yeah, I think it's super brave, but
yeah.
I think you're absolutely doing the right thing. And like I said, we're all devastated that you're going, but we all know that you're doing the right thing. And we absolutely love you.
Yep. Thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate it.